The WWE are always looking towards the future when it comes to their superstars, and with Triple H and Shawn Michaels running the creative arm over the WWE, one can look no further than the former NXT North American Champion Oba Femi. The Nigerian has been on a fantastic run in NXT, coming up short in a rematch for the championship at the overnight pay-per-view of Halloween Havoc, and I think it'll be only a matter of time before he's challenging Trick Williams for the NXT Championship and then making his way to the main roster. The guy just oozes aura like no tomorrow, and I think he will be one of the faces of the future in WWE. But what's going on, guys? It is Ketch, back with another video on the channel. If you're new around here, I make weekly wrestling content, so if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please drop it a like and a subscribe, and let's get straight into it. The main thing to consider about Oba Femi is the guy is freaking massive. He stands at 6'4" and weighs 310 pounds, and it's not 310 pounds outwards, it's 310 pounds upwards. And what I mean by that is the guy's built like a brick shithouse, and I think that's one of the main reasons in what WWE and specifically Triple H and Shawn Michaels look towards is that sort of athlete. He's a former college athlete, Oba Femi, and I think his physique plays a very large role in helping him, not so much on television, but in what they do in the ring. Like, he's moving like a cruiserweight sometimes in his matches. This aura, and it's the presentation on TV as well. The guy is just mental. I don't understand how that happens, and Oba Femi is just fantastic. I think his 273 record reign as the NXT North American Championship, I guess, proved to many people how high, of course, he is within the WWE, and I think it'll only be a matter of time before he's facing Trick Williams for the NXT Championship, and I think it'll happen very, very soon. I think for Oba Femi, he needs a bit more character building. I feel like he needs to have a bit more interaction with people backstage rather than just being a powerhouse that just bulldozes through everyone on the roster. And I think, with his eventual feud against Trick Williams, which they teased at Halloween Havoc overnight, it will happen. I think Trick is very good at bringing that out of his opponents, and Oba Femi, once he gets comfortable in the ring, that'll just show in his charisma and natural athletic ability as well. So I think that feud for the NXT Championship will be one that's very, very high on the agenda, personally, because Trick Williams and Oba Femi would probably just have some excellent chemistry together, and I think both are definitely main roster bound at some point in, probably not this year, it's a bit too close to the end of the year for them to be main roster bound, but definitely within 2025. I think once their work's done on NXT, they will both make that jump to the main roster, and there's so many people they could feud with. While I did just mention that Trick Williams and Oba Femi would have some amazing feuds on the main roster, I think we should focus on Oba Femi just because of that natural aura and charismatic ability that he seems to have. And I think, having a feud between him and Seth freaking Rollins, for example, would be awesome, because Seth is such an experienced worker and would be able to sort of teach him how to run the ropes, at least on the main roster. Another feud I could see working really well for Oba Femi is something against Bron Breakker, insofar as they're two very similar athletes. They're both very athletic, and I think they'll do very, very well on the main roster, and the matches they could potentially have as well would be absolute barn stompers. Yes, I've used that word. There could be multiple stipulations they could have as well. So I think, Bron Breakker and Oba Femi would be another awesome matchup. I definitely think that Oba Femi and Jey Uso could have a run at some point down the line, and maybe very, very down the line, Oba Femi could have a run against the tribal chief Roman Reigns. But that's sort of putting that in a bit of a future perspective. The guy is only 26 years old. He's quite young, has so much to learn, and the fact that a lot of the existing superstars on the main roster and potentially as a world champion within WWE. But that has been the end of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. What do you think is on the agenda for Oba Femi moving forward in the WWE? Is it a run as the NXT champion, or is it straight to the main roster at some point? Maybe even a potential Royal Rumble appearance could be in the offering, but it remains to be seen what Triple H and Shawn Michaels do with the beast that is Oba Femi, of course. If you guys did enjoy, please give it a like and a subscribe, as I've already mentioned. And if you're being keen to see any other videos, I did do a video on why Prime Edge was a savage in 2005 to 2009, so give that a check when you can. But with that, guys, I am out.